I get asked a lot of questions and, excuse me, I get asked a lot of questions in the comments, and Roxy, Jesus. We don't want to see that. Don't want to see that. I get asked a lot of questions when I post a video and people leave comments. I always try and answer all the comments that people put on the videos. And but sometimes I think actually some of the questions asked are quite interesting. I'd like to share them more, bit wider than just a comment on one video, because then it gets missed. So what I thought I'd do is now and then, if I see quite a good question, I might just do a video on it. So, and one of the ones I keep getting asked, and I get asked quite a lot the same thing, is why I chose a Ford Focus RS, and did I consider any other cars like a Golf R or Honda Civic Type R, Mercedes AMG A45. So I'm going to just use these opportunities to answer that sort of question. Today I'm going to do that one because I get asked that all the time, and especially when people just go, I don't know why you bought a Focus RS, you should have bought a Golf R. I was like, I don't want to buy a Golf R. So anyway, here you go. This is why I bought my Focus RS. So why did I buy this car and not one of those other ones? My first thought at the time was Civic Type R. Now the Honda Civic Type R, I know it's front wheel drive, but it's a great car, it's a great price. For me though, it just looked a little bit too boy racer-ish. So, I'm getting on a bit. I don't think I suit that car anymore. So unfortunately, although it when I first saw it, it looked like the Batmobile, and I just thought, whoa, it's just too much. So I sort of discounted the Honda really because of the looks, more than anything else because of the looks, because actually I actually really like Hondas. Then I looked at the Mercedes A45 AMG. Problem with the Mercedes is that, firstly, it's a lot more money. I mean, this one was about 40,000 euros, and the Mercedes was like 57,000 euros before you add any options. And on the Mercedes, you've got to add a lot. By the time you add options, I mean, you're looking at like 65,000 or something. And this one with options was about 47. So it's a big price difference, big price difference. And I think the other thing with the Mercedes is, because the price wasn't such an issue, because fortunately I'm in a position where I if I'd really wanted the Mercedes, I could have bought it. But what really bothered me about the Mercedes was that it was a paddle shift. I'd had a Golf GTI Mark V with the paddle shift, dual clutch gearbox, and it was very good, really good gearbox. I mean, brilliant, couldn't fault it at all. But I just felt that I was missing out on the whole manual gearbox thing, so I didn't really want. I wanted the option of a manual, and the Mercedes didn't have it, so I thought, forget it. Then there was the Audi RS3, which I didn't even consider at all, because I just don't like Audis. Sorry, petrol pet. But I really don't like Audis, and so I didn't even consider the RS3. I know it's a good car, I know it sounds amazing, and again, loads of money. In fact, I think it's even more expensive than the Mercedes. Before I bought this car, I had the Golf GTI and I had a Toyota GT86, which I think is called a FRS or something in America. And the Toyota was huge fun, no grip, just slid everywhere, and that sort of playfulness, I missed it. When I sold that car, I missed that playfulness, and I didn't get that from the Golf. I haven't got it from any other car. And when I saw this one coming out, all-wheel drive, and Ken Block was power steering around the Ford factory with it, I was just hooked. I think Ken Block must have sold so many cars for Ford with his activities with this RS, and that's really what sort of drew me to buy the car more than anything else. I mean, I love fast forwards. I've always had a passion for fast forwards, but I wasn't going to buy one. In fact, I was actually looking at the Focus ST, because I thought, who needs an RS? I don't need that much power. It's not like I'm in a hurry everywhere. I am always in a hurry, but it's not like I have to drive like a nutter everywhere. There's only so many places you can use 250 horsepower. So I was looking at an ST, and then I went into the dealer one day and I had the video of Ken Block, power steering around the Ford factory with the RS, and I was like, I've resisted, but I desperately want that car. And you know, I'm really bored with modern cars. If you saw my last video, I went to this show in Malaga, which was all classic cars and old cars and stuff. I just find modern cars quite boring and dull. And you know, like the AMG Mercedes and the RS3, RS3 Audi RS3, I don't know what it's called anymore. But you know, they don't excite me at all. There's nothing about them. They're just fast cars. That's it. But this one's a little bit different because this one behaves like a rear-wheel drive car. And you know, when it's a Ford Focus, I haven't paid a lot of money. What did I pay? I paid, you know, well actually I got quite a big discount on it. But you know, in theory, it's only 36,000 euros, which actually is really cheap for what you get for this car. I think it was 36. It's gone up. The price has gone up now. But when I bought it, it was a bit cheaper. So it's just immense value for money, and it's just that playfulness that this car gives you. You just can't get it from a normal four-wheel drive car or a front-wheel drive car. This has this element that you hit any roundabout and you have just a big smile on your face, because it doesn't matter what mode you're in, whether it's normal mode or sport mode, the car does oversteer. Press the accelerator and it oversteers. And so whatever road you're on, whatever road, whatever surface you're on, the car, it has this, it's like it's alive. And I've never had that feeling, apart from the Toyota GT86, we have to say, it's a brilliant car, immensely underpowered though, but you know, it only had very narrow tyres, couldn't really handle much more power. But apart from that car, this is the only one that you get in, you go, I'm going to have a bit of fun today. It is that playful. And I just didn't feel it in the other cars at all. So thank you to Ken Block, and thank you to whoever dreamed up of this amazing all-wheel drive system, which gives the car a real sort of rear drive balance. This is one of those cars where you can actually balance it on the throttle through a corner, and you couldn't do that in my Golf, for example. In fact, I didn't touch on the Golf R. The Golf R is another car I didn't even consider at all. And people say to me all the time, oh, why didn't you buy a Golf R? I didn't want a Golf R. I had a Golf GTI before. The Golf R is just a faster version. It's not exciting. They're excellent cars. They're beautiful interiors, really well made. That's not why you buy one of these cars. And buy it to admire the interior every 5 minutes. Oh, look. Oh, I do like these buttons very much. They're rather divine. No, you buy this car because it drives well. It's exciting. You don't buy it for the buttons. So that's why I bought it. I bought it because there's no other car like this at this price range. It's a bargain. And anybody who owns an RS, we're a lucky bunch. This is an amazing car. Somebody asked me, what would you replace it with? I have no idea. What could you replace this with? There's nothing that I think I could have so much fun with, which cost me very little money. Well, not very little, but you know, it doesn't cost a lot to run. Depends how you drive it, really. But it's a great car, really, really good car. I can't imagine having anything else at the moment. BMWs don't excite me, Mercedes don't excite me, Audis don't excite me. Sorry guys, all of you that drive them out there. Just for me, they don't do anything. Sorry, the sun's in my face. So anyway, so that's why I bought the RS. Great, fun car, great value, nothing like it. Anyway, if you have any questions that you want me to do a video on, fire away. Always read all the comments, nice ones and nasty ones. I try and respond to all, nice ones and nasty ones. And if there's a good one to do a video on, I'll do a video on it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you can, please. And I will see you very shortly